Good morning, wherever you may be, or good afternoon if you're catching this as a recording. Just loving all of you this morning. Who's here with me? Tell me who's here. Super hot here already, if you're hearing my fan blowing. Showered with cold water after my run. I have so much I want to share with you today. Light our little candle. Mosquitoes. There we go. Who's here? There's Sarah. Good morning. Morning, Jessica. I don't know what's up with your Streamlabs. I love it though. Good morning, Susie. Good, you're all showing up. This is great. All right, happy Saturday to you. Whenever you're watching this is just great. I say good morning because it's my morning. Might not be your morning, but I welcome you whenever you show up. We are here today on day six of our 28-day journey. And I would love to just begin by just turning our attention inward, letting the nostrils flare, placing your hand on your heart, unless you're driving or something like that. Just take a few breaths and maybe be reminded just how much power we have within ourselves to make subtle and potent shifts. My teacher Key often says subtle like a Mack truck. Like these shifts, these changes are subtle like a Mack truck. It is so true, huh? So I just want to review our morning inspirations for us. Day one, it's my time to rise. Just feel how that feels in your body. Day two, you already are. Day three, it is guaranteed to get easier if you show up, right? No more back talk. Day four. Day five, decide it is good. And day six, believe in possibility, for the other option has no juice at all. Believe in possibility, for the other option has no juice at all. So I just want to call out three of our members, and there may be more of you, but three of our members in particular. Karen Brown. Karen Brown's husband has been, if I'm understanding this correctly, has been re-diagnosed with a very significant journey with cancer. And so we're holding her. We're also holding Joe Feligno. Pardon my pronunciation if I'm not doing so hot with these. Joe's nephew passed away a few days ago of a brain aneurysm. And then Trish Parrell, again, pardon the poor pronunciation if that's happening. Her mama passed away this past week. So we're going to be her mama. We're going to be all those women's mamas. We're going to be each other's mamas. That just makes me want to cry. I don't have babies in my womb, but I'm a mama. I'm a mama bear. I'm a mama lion. I'm going to hold you. I'm going to hold you strong and true on this journey. And we all are. And we're going to hold each other. So I'm super proud. I'm super, super proud to say to those women, congratulations and keep going. You're doing great work. You've all made the decision to stay here with us. Do you know how huge that is? Like you kept your oxygen mask on. That's the decision you've made. That's the decision we make when we stay the course of self-care. And self-care involves and invokes and is part and parcel of us connecting to our sisterhood. So you're doing this, beautiful beings. So I'm loving all of you. Loving all of you as you're here with me. I know it's really early. Many of you are Pacific Northwesters, so it's extra early there, and it's cold. It's not like it is here where the birds start singing and off they go. So here we are today. Believe in possibility, for the other option has no juice at all. So I'm thinking about Gila also. If you read Gila's thread, or read from day 4, where she said, I'm just having a really hard time. Gila's got a lot, has had a history of a lot going on in her body. And with the COVID vaccine, she's had quite the reaction to that as well. Now, we've all got our stuff. I'm just pulling out these examples, but I was thinking about Gila this morning and thinking about myself in terms of, I don't know that kind of pain, but what I do know is that this inevitably has the power to cause a lot more chaos than good in my life. That's what I know to be true. If I can calm this, right, the 100 drunk monkeys swinging from trees, if I can get beneath this, I can access a peace and a power that is beyond magnificent. And I remember, Candice, you'll know about this, Andrea, you'll know about this. I remember Carlos saying to me back in the days when I was training for Nia, and those of you who may know the Nia technique, I was a black belt Nia teacher. Dogs doing something, there's possums out there. I remember him saying to me, your intelligence is going to be your greatest barrier. And I was like, what? No entiendo, like I don't get that. Of course I couldn't get that because I was trying to think my way through it, but I have for sure found that to be the case. So the first time that I went and decided to go up on the mountain where I vision quested and went with a tribe where I didn't know their language, amen to that, because I couldn't tell them how cool I was and all the wonderful things I knew and did in the world. My guide at that time, a woman named Ann Davin, who remains one of my guides, was the inspiration largely behind a lot of what we do here. She said, your job is to be invisible. Now, many of us don't want to be invisible because we've felt invisible our whole lives. And to realize that to be invisible and to be a servant leader, hang on one second. La Daisy! That's so disruptive to me. Sorry. Neither you got me. I'm like, Daisy, could you please, we're doing this thing right now. I'm trying to tell a story. So when I go up on the mountain to be invisible, to be a servant leader, and she said, you'll know you'll be successful when you are being of complete service, whether you're washing dishes or sweeping floors or cutting vegetables, and people don't even know you're there. And I experienced that, and I experienced the power, as I explained to Gila in the thread, and this is for all of us, and I got it in my run this morning. My body hurts whether I run or not. That's true. I'm telling the truth. There's always something going on in my body, for sure. In this 50-year-old body, in this very Vata body that pain likes to speak through. Always something. There's always some pain. Am I going to run with pain? Or am I going to not run and just be in pain? I run with the pain. The pain changes, right? Sometimes it's in my shoulder, sometimes it's in my hip, sometimes it moves into my knee. And I'm having a conversation with that because I feel 1,000 times better energetically, psychically, mentally when I have run. So I run. In most circumstances, and in all honesty, In my perspective, I'm not interested in what the professionals say about my condition. In most circumstances, I'm interested, I don't want that. I want this wisdom teacher to tell me what's going on. So I go inside here. I go deep inside here and I go, okay, I'm listening, I'm paying attention. And then when I go out and run, like a few times ago I ran and I was like, whoa, this really hurts. Like this, I'm hurting today. And I was hurting a day or so before. I had a weird thing going on in my hip flexor, and I had something going on in my back and my neck. And then I had the story about, oh, I'm going to get an x-ray. And I am going to get an x-ray. I'm interested in that. But then I'm not interested in, oh, don't move, or don't do this, or don't do that. No, this body is designed to move. Until the day I die, this body is designed to move. And I'm going to move it within my own capacity again and again and again. Because I believe in the possibility of my body to heal. I believe in the wisdom teaching of my body again and again and again. So what's fascinating is a lot of times when I run, it hurts before I run. It hurts while I'm running. It hurts after I run, but the next day something shifts. If it hurts a little different, that's good information. If it hurts the same, pay attention. Now there's things like stress fractures and there's things like, there's things. I'm just saying, get below this. So today I'm running and I'm like, no thought, none. It's like I come up for air. It's like I'm swimming the English Channel. I come up for air, I look around and I'm like, okay, I'm going in the right direction. I'm going toward home. Even if I'm coming out and going back, I'm going home. My 2.5, 3.5 mile run, no more. I'm going home. And so I'm going in the right direction, then I go back in and I just go to my breath. I just go to my breath. I just go to my breath. I come up for air. I scan the scene. I go back in. That's how I practice yoga. That's how I run. That's how I get through difficult things. That's how I get through life's challenges, always in and through. That's how I trust that this body's going to take care of it for me. It's going to do the best she can. So, naughty nuggets, exactly, Heather. So I want to hear from you. How does that sit with you? How does that sit with you? And keep in mind, just if you can step back and bear witness, and keep in mind how your mind wants to go, yeah, but notice that. Right? It is all about listening to the wisdom of the body. I know, I've been thinking about this. I'm gonna talk to Larry, who's my former husband and my beloved dear friend. I'm gonna talk to him because he went through a huge bout of polymyalgia rheumatica, which is like a locking up of muscles when we were together. And I remember that when he stopped moving and then it hurt and then he stopped moving more and then it hurt more and he stopped moving more. And I wonder what it looks like to do it a little differently. See, I had this cat that I found in the middle of the road who'd been hit by a car. His name was Chester. Well, I found that out later. His name was Chester. And he broke his hip, but he broke his hip in a way or his hip was broken by the car that hit him, and his hip was broken in a way that couldn't be fixed by surgery. So the vet just said, keep him in a box in your garage and just watch him and keep food and water close. And I watched him and I put him in a extra large dog crate and I sat with him and I sat with him and I sat with him and I was witnessing how he would just scream and keep moving. And I was like, our doctors would say, don't move, let it heal. But our ancestors would never lie around with an injury. They would lean into it because they would have to in order to survive. Huh? Think about that. What would my great-great-grandmother have had to do? Because all that she did got us here. So I'm curious how this sits. So tell me, come on back to me. If you're multitasking, if you're not all here, I say, come back to me. Tell me how this sits. I want to know about this. What I'm offering is go to the body's wisdom again and again. Listen in, listen up. Lean into the discomfort. It's going to get easier, but you've got to shut this down. You got to go, not, I'm just not having this conversation right now. Literally, I do that to my mind. Like I go out running, I know I'm going to have a shitty run. I'm going to have a hard run. If I'm thinking about the pain and, oh, maybe I shouldn't be running anymore. And this is the last time I'm doing this. And I'm so frustrated and blah, 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 my hip, la, 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 la. I wonder if this is, I wonder if it's osteoporosis and whatever that is. Boom, drop down. It's like a storm above the sea. It's like a storm above the sea. That's all this. Get under it. How do you get under it? It is it's a command. It's like pay attention and say, not now. I'm having the conversation. This is what I do because I'm a tough love girl. I go, I'm having a conversation with my breath right now. That's where I'm going. And I drop down. Boom. That's what's important to me. So I want you to continue to watch. Pay close attention. This is self-care. Self-care is saying, yeah, I hear you, world. I hear you, professionals. I hear you, life. And I'm going deep inside. And I'm just going to listen. And I'm going to do, sometimes I'm going to do what I think, I'm going to do what I've known works in the past. And I'm going to lean into my pain. I'm going to lean into the challenge. Yeah, Michaela, perfect. Michaela said, I felt resentful of the aches and pains that come with aging, but I also keep moving even if I have to change it up a bit. Yeah, and in the yogic tradition, I always say, as my teacher has taught me, can I consciously offer non-resistance to the resentment? Okay, I'm resentful. It's all right. It's okay to be resentful. Of course I'm resentful. Meaning the flow of energy in life and the way we've been taught, all of that brings us to this place where I'm going to feel a little resentful. Yeah, so what? So I'm a little resentful. If I receive it and just let myself be a little bit resentful, that's okay. There's nothing wrong there. Yeah, just feel it all and be there. Exactly. Feel it all. That's huge. Like, Daisy, quiet. I feel my snargle and I'm like, it's okay to snuggle. It's okay to snuggle at those naughty nuggets. I love that, Heather. They are naughty nuggets. They're little things. All right, so thank you. Keep listening to your bodies. I'm just going to remind us again, we have day 1, it's my time to rise. Day 2, you already are. Day 3, it is guaranteed to get easier. Keep going. Do not, she goes, do not stop. No more back talk. Keep going. Decide it is good. Believe in possibility, for the other option has no juice at all. And what I mean by juice is magic, life force, potency, power, deep connection, all of that. All of that. So get your bodies moving, y'all. I cannot stress it enough. There is absolutely no better antidepressant than that. If you feel limited and the weather's really crappy, then I say, open a window. Open a window and breathe. Stretch in the shower. Move your body, wiggle, squirm, put music on. Let the body move. You need this energy to move in and through you and out. How about them apples? All right, beloveds, I could go on and on, but I'm going to the cenotes today. So we're going out. I'll post a picture. Please keep posting your pictures. Tell us who you are. Tell us what's going on for you. Tell us what's alive for you. I want to hear you. I want to see you. I want to feel you. So do all your others. So do all the others. Keep coming. I love you so much. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be brief. We're going to come right on at 8. And I'm going to be here for just about 10 minutes. I'm going to get right to the point because tomorrow's Sunday yoga. So if you want to practice with me, it's a glorious time to practice. They're always by donation. You just sign up at the website at brittbsteele.com. It says Sunday yoga at the top, little yoga church practice if you want to join me. Otherwise, no, I'm just going to be real brief so that I can get all set for that tomorrow. But I'll be here at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love you. Keep going. Move that body.